Hi, friends. This is Pastor Harley from the Broadway Global Methodist Church. Um, Getting to the end of the book of Job, where we've been reading through as a church, you get to chapter 42, and there's a prayer service goes in. And in chapter 42, verse 8, God instructs Job and his three friends and says, "Now therefore take 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up a burnt offering for yourselves, and my servant Job shall pray for you, and I will accept his prayer, not to deal with you according to your folly." Now, if you've been reading through the book of Job, or if you just consider what it contains, is Job had an immense disaster. His family was lost. He was stricken with disease. His wealth was gone. And his 3 friends came to comfort him. They did pretty well for a few days, just sitting there silently in his misery. And then they began to say, "Well, Job, if you had only followed God's commands, you wouldn't have misfortune." Or just, "Job, just go turn to God, trust him. It'll all be great, or surely, Job, you have this unconfessed fault." And Job kept saying, "No, I don't, you know, no, I don't know the unrighteous thing that I did to bring this on." And it's absurd to say, compared to the rest of the humanity, that righteous Job needed thumped on the head by God. And Job calls out to God to justify his ways, to let Job see why this is all happening. He is answered by the very presence of God. But also, God makes an evaluation at the end. The friends who said, "Job, we just know from looking at you that you're not righteous." And Job, who said, "I believe in God. I just am looking for God to send his blessing to me, and I trust that he will. I trust that I will not be freed of problems, but I will be redeemed." Job had it right. So at the end, it is Job who prays for the 3 friends. They all talked about God just as much, but Job was honest enough to admit that, hey, I am pained, and I want my pain relieved by God. And I need to know his redemptive touch. Look for God's redemptive touch in your life today. Amen.